agents will win even more, and the tail end will get wiped out completely by AI.
You know what's funny, when we first met and you gave me a kind of overview, which was a little bit, I would say,
intense.
No, it wasn't. At the start, it was kind of, well, not basic, but it was a pretty. And then I told you, look, I'm going to be honest. I think AI is going to take over the real estate industry. And then you said, oh, okay, he gets it. Let me tell you the true story. But what about? Because I've been at a few. I was at an event and they were talking about AI in the real estate market, and there was quite a few in the audience that were like, AI can never, like, get into this industry the way that we can. You know, they're not going to understand humans. And I said to you, AI can understand humans probably already today better than humans can understand humans, and AI can pull up data from the last 10 years in every single area and collate it all together and give a result in a split second. We just can't do that, unfortunately. How do you find people coming around to the idea more now, or how do you see it?
So the way I always position it is that the best agents will win even more, and the tail end will get wiped out completely by AI, right?
Yeah.
In the context of, like, for smaller value transactions already, it is quite hard to justify the need for an agent, right? Let's say like a rental unit, 70,000 dirhams a year, something like that. The agent involvement in that process itself is like, do you need someone to do this right now, right? Like, so it's like with the lettings angle or the rentals angle, there's always a strong sort of, case to be made for AI doing a lot of that already.
Yeah.
So I think at the higher end of the market, you'll definitely need specialists and people, like, because it's a people business at that game, right?
Yeah.
Anything like like post £1 million kind of, I feel like it's a monumental amount of money. And you need specialists that, like, look after you in that sense, because it's a people management game. It's a negotiation thing. And you can have AI sort of come and arbitrage a lot of that and be like, this is the price and you have to lock in for this. But that's not how it works, right? People have like, oh, if you can get 2 million, they want 2.2 million. If they can get only 1.8, they want 2 million. So these kind of nuances, I feel like, are things that agents would understand better. And also just the character, right? Yeah. Like, who is Liam as a person? Beyond his accolades and things like that, what is his demeanor, right? How does he behave, right? Yeah. Why does he do the things that he does? Yeah. So some of these things are just like, out of the scope of that, out of the scope of AI in that sense at the moment. And I would say it still does a lot of the back end work, right? It still knows that you own Acco Capital. Did you say Acco or Eco? Eco Capital, right? It still knows that you own Eco Capital. It still knows the achievements that you've had over the last several years. Still knows potentially how much money you have, right? Yeah. But there's one thing that gets that deal over the line, which is that interaction that you have with the human being. Yeah. The question is, what is the value of that interaction, right? So if you can abstract away the sourcing of the lead, the qualification of the lead, and then getting everything to the stage where you view the property and then like close the deal. That last two parts are sort of where you as an agent are still being able to bring a lot of value. What is that worth commission-wise, right? Yeah. So that's like the question to ask, and where the discrepancies will start. I know people are saying that it's impossible for AI to get in on this game, but that's not true. Yeah. I think definitely in the rental space, you'll see a lot of damage being done by AI. In the context of the sales vertical, I think lower value transactions will first be impacted. Yeah. And at the higher value transactions, it's actually going to help you way more, because you're going to be able to send listing presentations faster, personalize materials a lot more.
Speeding everything up.
Exactly.
Better service at the end of the day for the client.
Exactly. So that's kind of, where this is headed. And to the brokerage owners that say never, I'd say you never thought you would use email. Yeah. You never thought you would post videos on YouTube. You never thought you would use a social media platform. You always thought you'd get it from the grapevine in the neighborhood. And you're using all of those things today. 100%. So I think everyone needs to be humble enough to kind of know that things change. Yeah. And the people that adapt to change quickest are the ones that are really going to win in this next wave of AI and things like that. And again, this is not the first time that AI has come into a mix. This is not a fad, right? This is the 5th time really that we've got AI being talked about in such a significant way. And it's the first time that LLMs are accessible to basically people on their phone, and they can interact with it. People use it as their therapist, like you said, like, you know, and like to that extent where it knows us better than people know us. So Like, how are you going to say that AI is not going to, impact our lives, whether you're in real estate or any industry?
Yeah, it's crazy to see.